Okay, guys, we're going to continue with mechanisms. We already started with simple machines, talking about levers, and now we're going to continue with another simple machine that is the pulley. Okay, this is the system that you, for sure, you already know. So pulleys are just wheels with a groove inside, and they are used to lift weight. For sure, if you ever went to a little village and you saw a well, a typical well with water, this is the system you use with a bucket here to take out the water out of the well. Okay, so you apply here in one side the effort, and in the other side you have the load, normally a weight. So the effort you had to apply in the system is exactly the same as the load you have here. So you have 10 kilos here, you have to apply 10 kilos here. So what is the advantage of using the system? Because there is no mechanical advantage. So the advantage is that it's always easier pulling than in this position. Imagine that you are here. Okay, I'm gonna draw one of my typical drawings. So pulling from here is easier for you than imagine that you have, this is the well, okay, and you have the water here, and then you are here, and you have to pull the rope to lift the weight. Okay, so doing this is far more difficult because you can damage your back or whatever than pulling from this side. So as a summary, a pulley has no mechanical advantage, but it makes our life easier. Okay, so this is the system. You have this guy pulling from here, and as I told you, you can only lift the same weight as you have. So if this guy, for example, this guy weight is, let's say, 80 kilos, the maximum weight is able to lift is 80 kilos. Imagine that this box is heavier, it weighs 100 kilos. So instead of pulling, what would happen is that this guy would climb the rope, okay, because it would be unable to lift a weight heavier than himself. Okay, we will see this here later. So when you have a system with more pulleys, the situation is different because now we have mechanical advantage. We're gonna see how. Imagine you have a weight here, a load. Imagine that you have, let's say, 100 kilos. Okay, so you have a weight here, whatever, a load, and you divide this weight into these two elements, into these two rows. Okay, so you have this load here, you have half the load in this rope and half the load in this rope. Okay, so you have for example 20 kilos here, you have 10 kilos here and 10 kilos here. Okay, so this is analyzing this normal pulley. Now let's see what happened with this pulley. So remember that we have here half the load. We have here half the load we have here. And now we are applying an effort in this side of the pulley. So if we have half the load here, the effort is exactly the same. So as a conclusion, the effort I had to apply in this side, in this case, is half the load or the weight I have in the movable pulley. Okay, this is a system with two pulleys. In general, depending on the number of pulleys, we are reducing the effort we have to apply. So this system has mechanical advantage. For example, if you have 20 Newton, you have a force here, you have 10 in this rope, 10 in this rope, then you have 10 in this rope, therefore the effort to apply is 10 Newton. So you are dividing, in this case, this effort by 2 because you have two pulleys. This is the example. Okay, you divide the weight. So if you have more pulleys, you are reducing even more the effort you have to apply. This is a simple one. So imagine that you have 100 Newton here, so you have to apply 100 Newton to lift it by using a simple pulley. If you have two pulleys, you have 100 Newton, you divide it by 2, so you only have to apply 50 Newton. You have 3, it's the same, so you divide it by 3. If you have 4, just by applying 25 Newton, you are able to lift 100 Newton. So you can imagine what happened when you, instead of using a 4 pulley system, you add, I don't know, 20. So it would be very, very easy for you to lift a heavy weight. This is the system you can have, you can find, for example, in a ship. Okay, when you have the big sails, and then you have to lift them. So this is the system you can find there. Okay, so now you're ready to solve very easy exercises. You have to solve these 3 exercises with 3 different systems, and on the second you have to work out the effort to apply for these different weights, and in the third one is just the other way around. You have to calculate the weight you are able to lift by applying an effort of 20 Newton. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.